Hey, Anime Rangers. Let's jump into today's recap of As a Reincarnated Aristocrat, Episode 3. Episode 3 begins with our heroes celebrating their successful bribe to the Emperor's commander, which allows him to intercede on their behalf with the Duchy of Paradis. After enduring a long and challenging journey, this victory was smoothly orchestrated by Licia. However, not everyone views the situation positively. The immature Rongue sees it as deceit and lies, failing to understand the intricacies of negotiation. His pride blinds him, causing him to worry more about his image than the realities of the situation. Lumiere attempts to explain the art of negotiation, emphasizing that it's not merely about lies or flattery. However, Lenge refuses to understand, overwhelmed by his emotions. In a fit of rage, he runs away into the cold, rainy night, unable to grasp the gravity of the situation. If the negotiations had failed, his father's duchy would have faced dire consequences. 1 week later, our heroes and Rongue meet with the emissaries from the Duchy of Paradil. Everything seems to be going well until the emissaries ask, "We heard your duchy is considering the independence route with the Empire?" Everyone braces for another potential blunder from Rongue. To their surprise, he responds that it's merely a rumor and clarifies that it's actually the opposing side in the civil war that desires independence. The emissaries are pleased with his answer, but everyone is taken aback when they realize the Paradil representatives already knew this as a fact. How did Rongue gain such wisdom? They had assumed he hadn't returned to the inn after his emotional outburst the week before. Flashback. We see Rongue knocking on Lycia's door that night, pleading for her to explain the art of negotiation. Throughout the week, he spread rumors that the opposing side actually wanted independence, while his father's side wished to remain in the empire. Sometimes, one night can lead to significant personal growth. However, knocking on a young girl's door at night? Still not cool. By the end of the meeting, the negotiations prove successful. They agree to join a treaty and support the Curran army against all foes. Upon returning home, our heroes are greeted with praise and happiness from Curran himself. He expresses surprise at Rongu's presence and emphasizes how crucial the negotiations were. He warns that if Rongue had caused any damage, it would have been irreparable. In a moment of humility, Rongue apologizes, admitting he was wrong and still lacks much knowledge and training. With that, he resolves to train harder. Curran, who had been worried about his son during their journey, recognizes that Rongue has matured significantly, thanks to Ars. He expresses his gratitude and, as a reward for their successful negotiations, announces that each of them will receive 100 gold coins. With the generous reward in hand, Curran now tasks Ars and Lumiere with leading the command of his army in the upcoming battle next month. However, Ars has never been in a battle, has never killed anyone, and can't even stand the sight of executions. It's hard to understand what Curran is thinking in putting such responsibility on him. Our hero is understandably terrified, but fortunately he has Charlotte by his side for support. After traveling from Semplar back home, Ars reunites with the rest of his companions who have missed him. With only 2 days left before their departure for battle, there isn't much time to rest. Instead of ordering everyone to train, our hero surprisingly tells them to take the days off. Ars then takes Licia on a date in town to enjoy some sweets and have a nice walk. However, they are met with worried villagers, not about their town's safety, but rather concerned for Ars's well-being. How wholesome is that? After his date with Licia, Ars leaves to visit his father's grave. He recalls a moment from Season 1 when he asked his father to take him into battle, only to be told, "You do not have a warrior's face." Today, standing before the grave, Ars says, "I need to have a warrior's face to protect my people. I have no other choice." He looks around and sees his companions gathered, all of whom have come to pay their respects to his late father. They understand that they will stand by him in battle, having each other's backs in both life and death. With that, the day arrives to move to Semplar and assemble the armies. Each lord arrives with their own forces, and Ars and Lumiere prepare to lead them into battle. It is finally time for war.